What are the different types of the most common bankruptcies that can be filed? This depends upon whether it's an individual filing or a business filing. So a business can file a Chapter 7 or Chapter 11. Those are the most common for businesses, and I'll go over those in a minute. An individual can file a Chapter 7, a Chapter 13, and in some cases they will file a Chapter 11. Now, Chapter 7 is a complete liquidation. It's one of the quicker and simpler processes in bankruptcy, where you basically liquidate any assets or sell off any potential assets to pay whatever debts you have, and then you're done. You get what's called a discharge, meaning you're no longer liable for certain debts. That can be used by a business that's closing down and shutting its doors, or by an individual who applies certain exemptions to keep some assets but doesn't have a lot of other assets to be able to pay creditors with. A Chapter 13 is only filed by individuals, and it's a repayment plan, typically between 3 and 5 years, to pay creditors a certain portion of the debt that's owed, anywhere between 0% and even 100% of the debt that's owed. Any remaining debt that isn't paid off under that plan is then eliminated, and the person is no longer liable for at the end of the plan. The Chapter 11 is a little bit more complicated and flexible. It can be used by an individual or a business to shut its doors and liquidate, or to propose a repayment plan to creditors. There's a new provision in the Chapter 11 that allows small businesses to have a more streamlined process, because a normal Chapter 11 is what you hear about on the news, where a large airline or a multi-million-dollar corporation is filing a Chapter 11 to restructure their business, especially right now with everything going on with coronavirus. There's a lot of Chapter 11s that are happening because the businesses are suffering financially, but they want to resume and continue operations. The small business bankruptcy is a quicker process, so instead of spending $50,000 to $150,000 or more in legal fees to get a Chapter 11 plan proposed and confirmed by the court, small business bankruptcy allows a much quicker process and limits the fees to where you might only have to spend $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, possibly, it just depends, on legal fees and CPA fees and things like that to get a plan confirmed. And that can be used by businesses of almost any size. The small business provision of Chapter 11, there is a limit of approximately $2.7 million in debts total. Otherwise, you cannot use it. But otherwise, the regular full Chapter 11 is available for any business of any size, and certain individuals are eligible for a Chapter 11 as well. You just have to look at the specifics of, number one, what does the person want or the business want to do? Do they want to hold on to certain assets? What is their financial situation, to evaluate what's best for them? And then to tailor, okay, so it's Chapter 7, 13, or 11, and what's the best way to propose this to the court to put the person or the business in the best possible position at the end of the bankruptcy case.